Guys, I'm sorry I've not been much videos lately. I've been glued to the TV watching these trials that are actually happening. Just to give you an idea,
Change the outcome of several.
I'm watching one right now still. Matt Brennan is actually testifying at Arizona. I'm watching that, and boy, oh boy, this stuff is interesting. It really, really is. By the way, Matt Brennan did an amazing job. But this video is not about Matt Brennan. This video is about charities and Time's Up and the Me Too movement, right? Because we all want to support Me Too. We all want to support women that might have been, negatively affected by people in the past, right? That's what I can say. Well, the Time's Up charity spent donations on large salaries. Oh. Salaries. I thought the money was supposed to go to helping women who were victims, right? But maybe it's not a lot. Maybe it's not a lot of the money, right? Maybe it's just a little bit, right? So Time's Up charity spent big on salaries. Oh, okay. Little on helping victims. Oh. Oh, well, maybe they're just blowing it out of proportion, right? Maybe this is the New York Post, right? This one is the post-millennial. So, these are left and right wing. I believe post-millennial is right wing. I don't really watch it much. Well, read it much. But the New York Post, right? It's sort of like center left, I would say. These are people that are literally on polar opposites. I believe. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about the post-millennial. But here's the Daily Mail, which is definitely, establishment right, sort of stuff. Time's Up charities set up by celebrities as a part of Me Too movement spent $1.4 million on salaries. Well, okay, look, maybe they spent $1.4 million, but they raised $10 million, right? Maybe there's some sort of overwhelming amount that went towards helping women, right? Tax filings revealed Time's Up organization raised $3.6 million. So let me do the math. $3.6 million and 1.4 of the 3.6 went to salaries for the celebrities. Seems like the charity was definitely helping someone. It just wasn't helping who it was supposed to, right? But hey, look, there's still another $2 million. So maybe some of that went on other things. Maybe, that $2 million went on helping victims, right? So Operation had spent 1.4 on salaries and $312,000 on helping victims. Oh, okay. 312,000 is not a lot of money. Out of 3 million, 3.6 million, 3.12 went to help victims. It's like what? 1%? 5%? What is 3,670,219 divided by 312? 11%, from what I can understand here. Maybe I got that wrong, my math. But yeah, 11%. So 11% of money raised, from what I can tell, quickly doing math not a strong point, actually went to helping victims. Documents revealed that they spent more than $157,000 on luxury retreats. So to give you an idea, they spent $157,000 on luxury retreats. Literally half of the money that went to helping victims, they also spent on luxury retreats. $300,000 went to victims. $150,000, we're rounding it down, people. $150,000 also went to luxury retreats. They spent half the money that they spent on victims on hotels and luxury retreats. Anybody that gave their money to this charity right now should be furious. Now, there is a asterisk that goes in here. So almost $1 million is spent on legal costs. So you could maybe make the argument. Maybe the argument is that maybe that helped victims as well. So they spent just over $1 million. They spent $1 million plus another $300,000 helping victims. So 1.3 million. So $1.3 million helping victims. But don't worry, they spent $288,000 on advertising. The bulk of this money that they raised, the $3.6 million, out of the $3.6 million, 1.4 went to salaries, 288,000 went to advertising, 157,000 went to luxury hotels. They do say that there was also a separate legal defense fund claimed to have helped more than 3,000 women during the first 6 months of 2018, cost 1.7, using the money coming from donations. The first 6 months, they actually went through and helped a whole bunch of women. Now, mind you, these women that they helped, I imagine they all would have had an agenda with them. I would imagine it would have been stuff like Kavanaugh and all those sort of stuff, right? So at the end of the day, I imagine there was always a political motivation behind that, right? So, but even just sitting there going on about how great they were for that $1.7 million in the first 6 months helping, there was always probably going to be a caveat to it. Like, anybody that gives money to charities that is run by celebrities, and you think any of this money, well, I shouldn't say any, because around 11% got there apparently, any of this money went to help people, you're dreaming. Wake up and smell the celebrities fleecing your wallet at the end of the line. Because that's what it is. These celebrities, look, they're celebrities, right? If they really believed the cause, if they really were doing this because they believed in the cause, why would they want to all collectively charge $1.5 million? Or $1.4 million? You know, if Melissa Milano and all these sort of high-profile celebrities that keep pushing this narrative about the Me Too movement, if they were so virtuous about it all, why are they spending $1.4 million on salaries? You're going to tell me people like Alyssa Milano, and I'm not sure if she's a part of this charity or just the Me Too movement in general, but just using her as an example. People like her who go through and push this narrative. You're not rich enough to be able to go and donate some time. Because this is you not donating time. This is you charging like a wounded bull. And like, I imagine if you go through and you look into things like the advertising, for example, they said that how much was on advertising? Yeah, 288,000, right? If you go through and find that 288,000, find out who the advertising firm was that ran these ads. I imagine you find that the celebrities somewhere were tied to that as well. The 1.4 million is what they could claim, is what they could sort of kick about with the whole, you know, like, hey, I have an advertising agency, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, for example, right? These are the sort of things that happens when it comes to these charities. There was a TV show that was on, right? It was run by Josh Whedon. It's a spin-off of Buffy, right? It was called Angel. And in that, there was a scene where a girl she's running a non-profit. And the law firm was going through and they were hosting this event for her. And Angel makes the statement. He says to her that yeah, they'll raise $1 million for you. But after a few anonymous things here, a few anonymous things there, that, you're going to be left with, 10, 20%. And that to me was right on the money. The people like the Red Cross Foundation, all these sort of charities, these people that run these charities, they're not running them for free. It is a money-making machine. These non-profit organizations, all it simply means is they don't have a product to sell except themselves, which is the product. So it's not really a non-profit, really, but anyway. But people that run these non-profits, the vast majority of them are collecting a paycheck. Why are people giving money to people like Red Cross? Why are people giving money to Time's Up or Me Too movement? If you want to go and help someone who's been inappropriately, wadded, go and give it to them down the street. You have a better chance of the money getting there. There was an infographic that was going around. It went around a few years ago. Let's see if I can quickly find it. Red Cross CEO salary. Here it is here. I think this is it. This is not the one I was thinking of, but this here. So the American Red Cross president and CEO, now I'm not sure how old this is, salary for the year was $651,000. There it is there. Here's another, actually here's a better one. So, March of the Dimes is called the March of the Dimes because only a dime for every dollar is given to the needy. Well, that's a bit harsh. The United Way, President Brian Gallagher receives a $357,000 base salary along with numerous expense benefits. UNICEF CEO Carl M. Stern receives $1.2 million a year. It's around $100,000 a month. Plus all expenses, including a Rolls Royce. Way to go, UNICEF. Hey? Yeah. Way to go. Goodwill CEO and owner Mark Carman profits $2.3 million a year. Now, it's not all charities. There are some that are really, really, really good, right? Salvation Army, the commissioner, Todd Bassett, receives a small salary of only $13,000 per year, plus housing for managing this $2 billion organization. The American Legion, it has a 0.00 salary. Your donations go to help the veterans and their families and the youth. The Veterans for Foreign Wars have a 0.00 salary. Disabled American veterans have a 0.00 salary. And the Military Order of Purple Hearts has a 0.00 salary. The Veterans Association has a 0.00 yearly salary. Make-A-Wish, 100% goes to the funding trips of special wishes for dying children. St. Jude gives 100% goes towards funding of helping children with cancer. Ronald McDonald House, 100% goes to the housing and feeding the families. And the Lions Club International, 100% of donations go to help the blind. So there's some good places there. These are some just money-making machines. And obviously now we need to add Time's Up to that list of just money-making machine. But guys, yeah, this will probably be the only video today because I am watching this hearing. I've had to move it so that I could do this video, and I'm missing parts of it now. But guys, apparently it's actually ended. Oh no, it's still up. But yeah, but guys, obviously at the end of the day, once all these hearings are up, we'll be obviously back to 3 videos a day. But at the moment, we're watching this, we're taking notes, so to speak, mental notes, and just listening to all this stuff. But holy damn, this stuff is coming out as damning. Apart from that, guys, obviously at the end of the day, if you like this video, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.